craziest way someone has tried to take money from you. I was at the store, minding my own business, when out of nowhere, a glass bowl shattered on the floor right next to me. It was so loud that everyone in the store turned to look. I jumped back, expecting the person who dropped it to look embarrassed or start apologizing. Instead, he pointed at me. He did it. Excuse me? Before I could even process what was happening, 2 employees rushed over from both sides. Sir, what happened? And this dude looked me dead in the eyes and said, he knocked it out of my hands. What? I was nowhere near him. I held up my hands like I was in court. I literally just saw you drop it. The employees exchanged a look. And then, in the most brain-melting moment of my day, one of them said, sir, lying won't help you. I almost blacked out. I'm not lying. But they had already made up their minds. Since you won't admit it, you'll have to pay for the damages. Now, let me be very clear. I was already having a bad day. This was about to push me into supervillain territory. So I crossed my arms and said the only thing left to say. Check the cameras. And these power-tripping employees had the audacity to say, we don't need to. I almost laughed. Oh, you're gonna need to. They sighed dramatically like I was inconveniencing them and finally checked. And there it was. Crystal clear. Ultra HD footage of this dude dropping the bowl with his own hands and immediately blaming me. I turned to him, arms crossed, silent. The employees turned to him, silent. And then, this absolute menace just shrugged and said, well, it was his fault I dropped it. Sir? How? At this point, the employees had finally had enough. They looked at him and said, you're banned from the store. And then, after all that, they turned to me. As an apology, here's a $5 gift card. Oh, wow. A whole $5. For public humiliation, emotional distress, and an attempted scam. I took the card, and I swear, in that moment, I considered dropping a glass bowl myself. But instead, I turned, walked out the door, and never came back.